Celebrities react to Kamala Harris's VP announcement, plus Joey King talks Jacob Elordi, Camila Cabello is teasing new music, and more. Hey guys, welcome back to another Shared News from Home. We have so much to talk about today, but before we get into it, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any future updates. As always, I'm your host, Janice Herring, and today I am joined by the wonderful Tyler Joseph Ellis.
Hi, everyone. Hope everyone had a great week. Excited to recap this one.
All right, well, let's just dive right in because yesterday, Joe Biden historically announced Kamala Harris as his pick for vice president, and of course, Hollywood has reacted to the news. John Legend tweeted, "Very happy for our friend and senator and future vice president Kamala Harris, and very much looking forward to voting for the Biden-Harris ticket to begin the difficult work of recovering from this nightmare presidency and building an even better future." And his wonderful wife, Chrissy Teigen, shared, "Yes, excited to vote. Still amazed Election Day isn't a national holiday and needs to be celebrated with a post-vote bar crawl." Pink tweeted sharing the news and wrote, "Real actual tears of joy over here in the Hart household." Mindy Kaling took to Instagram and shared, "Was there ever more of an exciting day for our entire country, of course, but especially for my Black and Indian sisters. Many of us who have gone our entire lives thinking that someone who looks like us may never hold high office. We work so hard and contribute to the fabric of America, and now to see someone as talented as Kamala Harris rise to the top like this, it's thrilling. I'm filled with hope and excitement. Thank you, Joe Biden. Let's do this." Taylor Swift tweeted the news and shared a simple yes. And Julia Louis-Dreyfus, who of course played vice president for many years on Veep, tweeted, "I'm thrilled. I have no joke to tweet. Simply thrilled. Let's do this." Now, one of the most exciting reactions came from Maya Rudolph, who is Emmy nominated for her portrayal of Kamala on SNL.
"I'm not just that little girl. I'm also America's cool aunt. A fun aunt. I call that a funt."
She happened to be recording a panel discussion for Entertainment Weekly when the news broke, and she said, quote, "That's spicy." Maya then went on to address if she'd return to SNL to play Kamala again, saying, "I love going on the show. Any excuse I can get, I love. I really didn't anticipate traveling during a pandemic. But if there's anyone who can work it out, I'm sure Lorne Michaels has some sort of invisible helicopter that can get me there." She continued saying, "I'm so thrilled to even be associated with this show and that I get to go back. It's like the gift that keeps on giving. Honestly, it's my favorite place to play." So much we just said right there. Tyler, I want to know your thoughts on all of this and if you would like to see Maya return as Kamala to our screens again.
I mean, ultimately, I think it's, of course, a really exciting announcement, as many celebrities, as you read out in your tweets, would agree. I mean, it's a historical moment. I mean, whether you like Kamala or not, it's historical. And ultimately, I, as a young voter and very eager voter for this November, but I appreciate that a lot of celebrities are taking to Twitter, and those who are really excited are making it known, and those who are perhaps not as much in agreement with Kamala as a senator and as a politician are still backing them, saying this is such an important election. And you may not agree with everything that Kamala does, but ultimately it's a very exciting moment for our country. And I think I completely agree. And when it comes to Maya Rudolph, there are very few people that I would take a bullet for, and one of them is Maya Rudolph. So I am thrilled that this is another excuse to see her on SNL, of course.
Oh my gosh, you could not have put it better. I wholeheartedly agree. This is such an important moment. And yeah. I'm ready to see what Kamala and Biden do, and I cannot wait to see the return of Maya to SNL. As always, exciting times. But we have more exciting news to get to. So Tyler, what is next?
Of course, moving on from the election, of course, we have an update on one of our faves, Joey King. Joey is on the latest cover of Cosmo, and she just got super candid about all things career and life in 2020, including working with her ex, aka Jacob Elordi, on Kissing Booth 2 and 3. She told the magazine, quote, "No one's thinking to themselves, that was easy, because it wasn't. I'm sure people will analyze every moment and every detail, and you know what? Let them. But at the end of the day, I was just thrilled to be playing Elle Evans again. She continued explaining just how important Elle is to her, saying, Elle Evans needs her Noah Flynn, and whatever that means for my personal life, I'll do anything to make sure the story of my character, who I care about so much, is complete. So Fiona, I just want to know sort of your thoughts on Joey's approach to all this. I can't imagine it being very easy to play romantic interest with someone that you have since broken up with, but I think this response is pretty stellar. I want to know your thoughts.
I think Joey King is so wildly talented. First of all, she's just an amazing actress, but to be as young as she is, I think we're basically the same age, and be that mature, to me is super, super impressive. I know people who broke up with people and it wasn't even an ugly breakup, but they will not enter the same room as them. So ugly or not, I don't know all the details of their breakup, to then go and work romantically with two characters who mean so much to so many people. Fans are going to be looking for signs, just like she said, analyzing every moment, and to do it so gracefully. And then to be asked over and over again in press for the film, like, will you talk about this? Will you address it? Will you not? I think she handled it stellar. I think she's super smart. And if she can do this, imagine what else she can do. I mean, I think it's really, really a special moment. And obviously the film's success and the fans' reception, a lot of people are saying that it's even better than the first movie. So they not only pulled it off, they killed it. So I think it's great.
I'm with you there. I'm with you.
Moving on from our favorite kissing booth star, we do have some exciting updates on the royal front about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. A new royal tell-all / biography about the two of them just came out. They were not attached to the book, but if you're interested, it's out there. Give it a read. And in addition to that, it is being reported that after relocating to California, the couple have finally settled. They found their new home in Santa Barbara. A rep for the couple told People magazine, quote, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex moved into their family home in July of this year. They have settled into the quiet privacy of their community since their arrival and hope that this will be respected for their neighbors as well as for them as a family. The couple will be outside of Los Angeles and close to their famous, fabulous friend Oprah. Plus other celebrities do have homes in Santa Barbara like Ellen and Rob Lowe. But I think it's very interesting that of all the luxurious, beautiful, safe communities they could have chosen, they chose Santa Barbara, which is quite a bit of a drive outside of Los Angeles. What are your thoughts on that, Tyler?
I've been to Santa Barbara once in my life, but it will always be in my brain as somewhere so beautiful. You get the beaches, you get the greenery, you get privacy ultimately. And I understand the appeal. I mean, these are two people that cannot escape, similar to Kim and Kanye, honestly, cannot escape the press unless they actively, and I mean actively, try to avoid them. And I think Santa Barbara is perfect. I mean, LA is so crowded and ultimately very difficult to find any sort of sliver of privacy if you're in the public eye as much as Meghan and Harry. So I think it's a good move. I think it's gorgeous. And ultimately it's a pandemic. So if they have to get to LA for any reason, I think it won't be for a while. So I'm here for it. What do you think?
Totally. I mean, I agree, especially with this pandemic and quarantining and all that. I mean, right in this piece we're talking about, their rep said they settled in July. And as a Royals obsessed fanatic, I didn't know they were in Santa Barbara. So this pandemic is sort of, I think, allowing them to establish a very, very private routine that when most of us open back up to our big normal lives, when the world sort of turns back around and things are normal again, they will know how to very quietly and privately live their routine in Santa Barbara. And I think that they have been under such intense scrutiny for such a long time that moving to California was a very interesting decision because we just do have so much press and paparazzi walking around in LA on a daily basis. If paparazzi wants a glimpse of Meghan and Harry, they're going to have to drive to Santa Barbara, camp out, and then hopefully get lucky and catch them as they leave their house, you know? So it's sort of a commitment. And some of them, of course, are going to do it. But I think this will hopefully give them a little bit of that privacy that they've been craving and that I think
Absolutely. Well, moving on. I'll move on. Sorry, I'm just in the royal state of mind. Going back, Camila Cabello fans just got some exciting news. Camila took to Instagram to send some words of encouragement to fans and revealed she's working on new music. She wrote, quote, "Sending so much love to everyone. Been writing a lot of new music and it's coming from a really pure place. Reminding myself every day that life is now and not in yesterday or tomorrow. Let's be extra gentle, soft, and kind to ourselves and others today." I mean, I'm a huge Camila Cabello fan, my sister even more so. So I think any sort of silver lining when it comes to this pandemic and artists creating new work, I'm so thrilled about. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, that's been what is keeping, I think, so many people afloat, is entertainment, binge watching shows, listening to new music. So what do you think?
I was so excited to see this Instagram from Camila. I'm also a huge Camila fan, and I couldn't agree more with what you just said. I think that entertainment is really, really, I know it's helping me. I know it's helping a lot of people close to me. Finding old shows that you love, listening to early music from the 2000s, like any little thing that can entertain us is so important right now. And I mean, Taylor Swift dropped Folklore. None of us were expecting that. None of us knew it was coming. When people are put in isolation, they can do some pretty focused and are more motivated, I would say, to tackle new projects and work. So I think that this album from Camila is, or whatever it is, single, whatever is coming. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too ambitious with an album. But whatever's on its way, I think is going to be so great and her fans are going to love it. And I think that so many celebrities are getting creative in so many different ways. I mean, look at TikTok. Honestly, forget like creating professional new music. We're looking to our favorite celebrities to give us TikToks and reels, little 15-second moments of excitement on a daily basis. So I'm all here for the creative endeavors of the pandemic. And I think we're going to see so much more of it. Hopefully. Not pandemic related, just some exciting regular creative news. And this one, honestly, you guys really threw me for a loop and I couldn't be more excited about it. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is coming back as a drama, which is like so mind-blowing to me. Will Smith is producing a very different version of the show that is currently being shopped to streaming sites.
Why don't you go back to Philly? Born and raised, right?
You think I would ever want to be in this life?
You're not welcome, Will.
This is fake.
Wherever you're from,
this is fake. You didn't do anything to earn this. I never had nothing.
Will was inspired by a fan-made trailer that went viral in 2019. I don't know where I was, but I missed this, so this is all very exciting news to me. The trailer was created by cinematographer Morgan Cooper, who reimagined the show as a drama called Bel-Air, with essentially the same exact plot as the 90s NBC sitcom, but with a much darker vibe. This version focused on the realities of a teen being sent from West Philadelphia to live with his rich uncle in Bel-Air after getting himself into trouble. Morgan Cooper is actually going to be co-creating the show, and according to Deadline, Bel-Air will be able to dive deeper into the conflicts, emotions, and biases that there wasn't time for in the original sitcom. Will Smith himself is, of course, attached to the project, and he explained, quote, "As funny as the episodes are, there was a whole other layer you couldn't do. In a 1-hour drama, you can do 8-episode arcs. The dramatic version of these ideas means that you can use existing storylines, but it's not going to seem like you're redoing an episode because the storyline's going to be brand new from the dramatic perspective." I think this is so unique. We are in the age of the reboot. I am all about reboots. I think they're super fun, especially if they're done well or with like a new creative angle. And I honestly think this is one of the cooler takes on rebooting a show that I've ever heard of. What are your thoughts, Tyler?
I completely agree. I think the classic 90s sitcom look that's nostalgia 101. You see Full House being Fuller House, or like Will and Grace coming back being like an example. And I think both of those are swell shows, but this is such a fresh angle using a show that has meant so much to so many different people. I mean, I loved The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air growing up. And what I've been seeing is a lot of like clips from the original show tackling very, very important topics that we're talking about now with the Black Lives Matter movement. So I think this reimagining of such like a rich, I mean, it's such a rich original idea. Like West Philadelphia born and raised, moving to Bel-Air. I don't think that's stale at all. I think, in fact, just like breathe some other life into it. We're in a different time and you can recycle some of those storylines. I think it is totally brilliant. And I'm obsessed with the fact that Morgan is coming on for the rest of it. We love that.
Same. I love that that vision is being honored with the original creator. I think that's very, very cool and sort of unique in Hollywood. And I also really, really appreciate, sort of like you said, these storylines. Yes, it's 90s. Yes, you look at the clothes and you're like, oh, so 90s. But the story of family and, you know, like all of those sort of, even if they were tackled from a comedic lens originally, it's not going to feel stale for so many reasons. And I think with like Fuller House, as you mentioned, it was so exciting that it could touch a new generation. And this is going to have like the same effect in almost, dare I say, a much more powerful way, you know, to be able to touch a whole new lens and bring back that original audience. I mean, I'm so excited about it. I feel like with these announcements, I always get ahead of myself because obviously it's going to take, they're shopping it around to streaming services right now. We can't get too thrilled. It's going to be a minute before we see it. But I think it's worth the wait. I'm pretty excited about this one.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, for sure. That takes us to the end of today's recap. That's everything we have to share with you all for now. We, of course, as always, want to know all your thoughts on all of these topics and really anything else going on in the world. So let us know down in the comments. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss any future recaps. I am, of course, your host, Fiona Zaring, and you can follow me on socials at Fiona Zaring. And Tyler, tell the people where they can find you.
On Instagram, you can find me at TylerJoe33, Joe spelled J-O-E, and on TikTok at Tyler Joseph Ellis.
All right, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.